Dan Peterman is a Chicago-based artist who explores the notions of sustainability, ecology, and recycling through his work. Since the 1980s, he has created art based on the principle of adaptive reuse, which refers to the alteration of things, frequently the waste of some industrial or commercial activity, into something new that reveals their sources while turning them to another use. Oftentimes, he creates his art using recycled plastic or waste. For example, one of his most well-known pieces, Running Table, is a 100-foot-long picnic table made out of recycled plastic. Located in Chicago's Grant Park, it is intended for the public to interact with and contemplate issues of recycling. Made from the equivalent of 2 million recycled milk bottles, the table is simultaneously a product of consumption and an invitation to consume more, as visitors are invited to sit down, relax, and enjoy their own lunch at the table. In another work, Peterman creates a chair from a shopping cart, thereby presenting a new function for the object while showcasing it next to the existing one. In 1995, Peterman used recycled plastic to create bricks that were laid to build a public dance floor in Millennium Park. That dance floor is still used to this day in Chicago's outdoor dancing series, Chicago Summer Dance. While Peterman's work mainly deals with raising awareness of social problems, he also tries to tackle some of these issues through his art. In the 1990s, Peterman created the Chicago Compost Shelter, a temporary shelter for the homeless. This public installation of experimental architecture consists of a Volkswagen van body buried under a large pile of compost in an abandoned lot. The compost used for the shelter, a mixture of horse manure and wood shavings, is collected as part of a project to recycle organic waste in Chicago. While decomposing, this material reaches temperatures in excess of 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It has maintained temperatures of 75 degrees Fahrenheit inside the shelter through the cold winter months, even while outside temperatures drop below zero. Thus, the shelter serves as a temporary escape for the homeless from the brutality of the winter cold. What would our theorists think about Peterman? Kant would probably not consider Peterman's work to be beautiful, simply because there is not a sense of universality one gains while viewing the art. However, Kant would agree that Peterman's art is good for raising public awareness about waste and recycling. When you first see his work, you tend to pause in surprise because it makes you think about your own habits. Schiller would appreciate the artwork as developing the play drive within the community. For example, the running table plays with the public's notion of consumption. It is simultaneously a product of consumption and a medium for people to consume at. Peterman's work also deals with the concept of defamiliarization, Shklovsky's idea of making the familiar unfamiliar. He takes familiar concepts such as shopping carts and Volkswagen vans and manipulates them into objects with different, unfamiliar functions. Dewey would appreciate Peterman's art, which are oftentimes displayed outdoors, allowing for public interaction. Even for some of his work in museums, the public is still able to walk around and physically interact with the installation. Dan Peterman is a cultural agent interested in raising awareness of society's wastefulness. His work definitely gets people to think about their waste and recycling habits. A few of his projects, including the Chicago Compost Shelter, even play a more direct role in addressing social problems. However, some people may not appreciate his art displayed out in the public. Others may even go so far as to vandalize his work. No matter the risks, Peterman is pursuing an important goal of increasing the attention we pay toward our wasteful habits.